if people are sending you emails at like 7, 8 o'clock at night and they're expecting a response, boundaries. No. Hello, my beautiful, fabulous, and creative friends. It's your girl Toy. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about boundaries, okay? It is something that I think is very important for your self-care, to protect your peace, to protect your heart, to protect your mind space and your mental health. But before we jump into that, please, you know the deal. If you're not subscribed, why? Why are you not subscribed yet? Please subscribe, okay? Please click the bell so you're notified every time I drop a video. Like and share, okay? You know, we're building a community here. We talk about fragrances, we talk about self-care. I have a wedding series going on. So lots of good things happening over here on this channel. So make sure that you are part of our community, okay? I would love to talk to you guys in the comments below. So if you find any of this stuff useful, if you can relate, please leave a comment. Okay, now we're gonna jump into this. Okay, talking about boundaries. So I think it's really important to start to talk about things that might help us, especially going into this new year, right? So this is around the time that people might start thinking about their New Year's resolutions, things that they want to change, things that they want to level up on. And I think boundaries is really, really important, because without boundaries, toxicity just finds a home, okay? It's just like you're dealing with everybody and their BS, and even like it's almost like you're inviting people into your space to do whatever they want with it, bringing their drama and their baggage, unless you set boundaries in certain areas, okay? So for instance, I have boundaries. I found that to be very useful. Like once I started to learn about the concept of putting up boundaries, there's certain things that I will do, certain things that I won't do, things that I will stand firm on. And one thing that I will share that I do, that I do not like, for instance, is I don't like when people try to bring their personal drama into my space in a way that, if you're asking for my advice or how to help you out of a situation or whatever, I'm okay with talking to you, right? I'm okay with giving advice. I'm okay with trying to help. If you don't heed that advice, there's only but so many times that I'm willing to talk about it, okay? Because you're stuck in a cycle and you're not either listening, or you don't, maybe my advice is not helpful for you. I'll suggest that you go seek therapy after a while, because there's only but so much that I can do. And thinking about listening to someone else's issues continuously on a weekly basis is not, I don't want to say traumatizing. It can be a bit traumatizing, because if it's traumatizing for them, it can also be traumatizing for you. But it's making me feel like I'm stuck in this with you, and I don't want to be, right? So my boundaries are, I will talk to you, I will empathize for you and with you, but after a while, you've got to do something about it, okay? Those are my boundaries. Inviting other people into my space that I don't know. No, I can't. I need to talk about these things, okay? We need to talk about these things. I'm very private. I'm private with the people that I keep around me. I field people, okay? I filter people out. If I feel like your energy does not match the group, or I feel like your energy is not vibing with not only me but other people, I'm not going to combine those two different groups, because I don't want to cause any type of tension or strife or anything. My boundaries are the people that I love, I protect. And then there are people that want to get into your circle, and you're kind of like, okay, well, what is your energy? What are your boundaries? What are the things that you like that you can contribute to, you know, the relationship? If it's a one-sided relationship, that's also not going to work. Those are also, I also have boundaries with that. I can't be your best friend and you're not my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't continue to give of myself, and then if I ask you for something, you can't give of yourself. And it's not like I'm asking for a lot. It's just reciprocating that energy, okay? Because when I love very hard. If you can't even love me back in the most basic of ways, I have to determine whether that relationship is valuable enough to continue, or whether I have certain like regulations for that type of relationship. And when I say regulations, I mean like, I love you and you'll stay in my life, but I can't include you in certain things, right? So I feel like that category also falls with family, you know? We can choose our friends, we can't choose our family, you know what I'm saying? And that familiarity with family, no matter who you have grown to be in your career, in your friendships, where you are in life, sometimes people in your family will see you as who they have seen you as your entire life. There is no change. They don't grow in respect for you. They just see you as, oh, that's just so and so. This is my relationship. So if I'm a CEO of a company and I manage tons of people and I've got knowledge out the wazoo and I have elevated my lifestyle to a certain point, right? And I keep certain people around me that are positive, that have great vibes, that are also working hard towards doing things, that are super creative, that have dreams and goals and ideas. I surround myself with people like that. So when you have some people in your family that don't even come close to it, or some people that are just like, you know, that's just Toya. Okay, I can just be Toya, but you stay right there. I can't bring you along. I can't bring you along into some of the things that I'm doing, because the understanding, the respect, the maturity, and the toxicity, it just is, it's not conducive to my life. And that's where I put up boundaries, because, and I know there are a lot of people that can relate to this, where you're just like, listen, I've worked really, really hard in my career, and I, you know, want to be able to continue to grow and learn and be a better person and build networks and friendships and stuff like that. And you've got other people that won't see anything past who they want to see, which is just that familial relationship. And it's sad sometimes, because you're just like, okay, well, I'm doing this for me, and it's not that I want to leave you in the dust or in the past, but if you're not even trying to meet me where I am or understand who I am, then I have to treat you in the space that we know each other. If we're cousins, we're just cousins, okay? We don't have to be business partners. We don't have to be boss and employee. We don't have to be, you know, on that type of, you know, level. But sometimes I just wish some people would understand that we're not on the same level. We're not on the same level, and I shouldn't feel bad for trying to explain that, or knowing that I've put in so much work into my life to be where I am right now. And because your life took a different path, I'm supposed to just be okay with your level of toxicity. No, boundaries. There's also boundaries when it comes to work, you know. A lot of us, you know, work really hard, and some of these companies will try to take advantage. you have to know what your boundaries are within the confines of what their expectations are of you, right? So if you know that you work at a company that can tend to work late hours or sometimes weekends and stuff like that, you know, you understand that that's just part of the job. But if people are sending you emails at like 7, 8 o'clock at night and they're expecting a response, boundaries. No, my phone is not on right now. I'm not doing work. I'm not looking at Outlook. I'm not on Teams. I'm living my life, okay? Because lots of us work from home nowadays, work bleeds into life at home. And so you have to try to find a balance that's not going to like, you know, affect your mental health and your spirit. I'll say that, okay? Because people will try to take advantage, whether they're family, whether they're friends, whether they're companies, businesses, jobs, whatever. They're going to try to take advantage because unfortunately, a lot of people think about self first before they think about others. And so it's up to you to be that person to protect your peace, your space, your spirit, and your mental health, because it's like I feel like I'm like really trying to think about what I'm trying to say, because I really don't want anyone to be confused or not understand what I'm trying to get at. But unfortunately, people are people, and they will try to impose their lives, their toxicity, and their energy on other people. They may even feel entitled. They may feel like you owe them something. You don't owe nobody nothing. Okay? Even if somebody's done something for you, and you've leaned on them for help in the past, and they're asking you for a little assistance, yeah, maybe you should show up, and maybe you should, do something for them. Maybe, help out, be appreciative, um, you know, build that relationship, keep that relationship healthy, because you never know when you're going to need help from someone, but also be someone that's able to help in return. Because if you're someone that continues to take, and you're unable to reciprocate any of that, or you give attitude about it, then your relationships will be ruined. You're going to have a difficulty keeping a circle of friends or people that are in your corner. So I say this because, you know, um, in this in this wedding journey, and this is not a wedding series video, I'm just like adding this in here. I've had to have some really courageous conversations with people, and it's really interesting how people will try to invite themselves to your wedding without asking, how people will try to impose their insecurities and their issues on you. And you're like, wait a second, no, I don't have to deal with that. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with that. This is my event. This is my situation. And if you can't fall in line, then you just can't be part of it. You can't fall in line. It is what it is. But I'm not going to accept your energy. Okay? I'm not going to accept the negativity just because this is you. No, 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 no. No. So I say all that to say, make sure you guys have good, healthy boundaries around your life, because if not, you're going to continuously be in someone else's cycle. You know what your home life is. You know what space you're in on a regular basis. And then when you get those phone calls from other people, and then they start to tell you about their BS and their drama, then all of a sudden you get all riled up and your feelings are, through the roof, and you're angry about something that don't have nothing to do with you. based on somebody else's energy. Whatever was going on in their household has now settled into your household, and then you feel like you need to vent about it. So then you tell somebody else, and it's just a whole like cycle of negativity, toxicity, and bad energy. So you know what? Sometimes it's just really good to tell somebody, listen, I don't have the capacity to deal with this today. I'm very open. I can definitely tell somebody that I don't have the capacity to deal with this today. Okay? And letting people know how you feel. You have to be honest with people when you're setting boundaries, because they may not understand, they may not know why you're being a certain way. They may just think that, oh, this is just you being you and your personality. No, it's cool to explain to people, this is something that I do not do, this is something that I don't want to do, this is something that does not work for me. So find a way to find some language that helps you to articulate what your boundaries are to people, whether they're friends, family, work, or otherwise, and have those conversations so that people know. And it might be hard. When I first started implementing boundaries, like not wanting to be taken advantage of by family and certain friends and stuff like that, it was difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it was difficult because people expect you to be who they know you to be, which is overreaching and over helpful and always being there to pick up the pieces and fill in the gaps and managing this and managing that. Like, if you're somebody, the strong friend, if you're somebody that's always doing for others, and then when you ask those others to do something for you and they turn around and say no, or they got attitudes or problems about it, listen, feel free to just be like, and that's where this relationship has come to a close, or this is where that relationship has changed and now I have boundaries. We can be cool, but don't ask me to do nothing for you. I won't ask you to do nothing for me. Okay? And I'm also one of those people that I don't ask people to do nothing, because I've learned in the past that people will disappoint you. And if you don't want to be disappointed and you want to get stuff done, sometimes you got to do that shit yourself. You definitely have to think about, the things that you want to do and accomplish, and see, like, do you have a circle around you that can help you get to that place, and can you help others get to where they're trying to get to? I have a circle of friends where it's very like, I help you, you help me, creatively, ideas and just like, thinking about things to get us to another level, for us to level up. I love having conversations like that, creative conversations, things that make me happy. But if you start to find yourself having a lot of conversations about things that are negative and just dramatic, reassess that situation and tell them, like, I hear you, I love you, but I have to say, I can't continue to hear this anymore because it's starting to affect me. Hopefully they love you enough to understand that, and they'll get past it, but once you are consistent with your boundaries, people will realize that this is the you that you want to be. And if they love you, they will respect that. If they don't, then sayonara. Don't feel like you have to keep relationships just because you've known them for a long time. Okay? Because I have no problem, especially when it comes to family. And it's sad because I love my family to death. I love, my friends to death and everything. I have a large family, but not everybody meets me eye to eye. And I understand that, but I have to realize that the buck stops here. Okay? We'll talk, we'll be friends, we'll be cool, but my contributions to your life and helping in this and that's done, because you don't want to keep being pulled into somebody else's vicious cycle of toxicity, especially when you know that certain people have that type of relationship with other people in their life. You're like, I know it ain't me, because this is what is going on over here with you. And you just got to be observant and aware and protect your peace, protect your mind space, protect yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to be anxious. You're going to have depression. You're always going to be talking about something that is hurtful to you. And not everybody wants to hear that. That's why I really am such an advocate for therapy. Like, go and talk to a therapist and try to work that stuff out there so that you can save the conversations with people in your life for, more positive things. Nobody wants to hear that all the time. I'm just being honest, y'all. I hope y'all feel me on this, because it is really real out here. And if you don't think about this stuff, you're not going to know why you're always like pulled into some BS, because you haven't put up boundaries to say, whoa, no, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not being forced to deal with something that I don't want to deal with. Why? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my little spiel for today when it comes to self-care and putting up boundaries. I hope that you guys like this video. I hope that you guys found this useful. This is basically me just like, talking about self-care, venting a little bit, and also trying to gear us up towards our 2023 New Year's resolutions, because I will be doing a video on that. And I think boundaries are super, super important, y'all. So if you have boundaries, let me know. If you feel like sharing in the comments below, what are your boundaries? What are some things that you will deal with and some things that you just won't deal with? Because I think it's really important to share so that some people, can also get inspired by your feedback and by your comments as well. Maybe some people don't have boundaries and they need some ideas. And I haven't touched on all of them in this video. Maybe you have boundaries and you want to share to help educate others in this community. So please leave a comment below. Don't forget to click that bell so you're notified every time I drop a video. Like and share and subscribe. Okay guys, I will see you guys later. I'll see you in another video, and take care. Bye.